Now look, I've reviewed countless antivirus providers over the years, but let me tell you something. These three often come up as the best antivirus picks. But are there good reasons for that? Like, are they actually secure? Or are they actually worth what they cost? Well, let's find out, shall we? And welcome back to the channel, as the case may be. Now, finding the right antivirus for you specifically can be a tough task. And that's why in today's video, I'm gonna offer an open and honest Norton versus TotalAV versus Avira mashup. That way we can answer all of your important questions. Oh, and if you're new, just know that I always add exclusive deals for my recommendations down below. I mean, good protection should be affordable and not extortionate, am I right? All right, jumping into the cornerstones of any worthy antivirus, the security practices, the features, and the company's reputation. Now look, each of these providers have already earned the respect of the marketplace, including large customer bases and, well, some even being acclaimed by independent testing institutes. But you know, why don't we take a look under the security hood to determine the safest antivirus? Okay, for starters, all providers boast a must-have, real-time protection. And this means your device is monitored around the clock. The most extensive version of this is with Norton Antivirus, who protects you even as you browse. Norton also uses sophisticated AI to detect threats and has a smart firewall that is two-way monitoring, so not only covering your received traffic, but also looking at the sent stuff. These features combined really make for advanced options in terms of security. Okay, so do the other providers have anything to compete with all that? While there's no firewall, TotalAV Antivirus does have cloud scanning and protection against anything suspicious as you browse, but you won't find any parental controls here either. So again, it's mainly tailored toward malware removal and mitigation. And then there's Avira. And while it's worth noting, they are one of the very few providers who offer real-time protection and a limited VPN and a password manager, all with their free plan, they are lacking with no sandbox mode, Wi-Fi protection, or even webcam protection. So I can't really say it's a full or comprehensive cybersecurity suite. Now look, I understand that beginners might not use some of these extra capabilities, so there's definitely enough here to keep you busy, especially with the ransomware protection in their paid plans. So as you can see, they all have their positives, but I just can't deny that Norton has more all-around protection. Really advanced technology that protects against new and old threats alike, and just has a lot more capabilities that amp up the overall value. Now look, this isn't all about security capabilities, is it? No, of course not. So let's go ahead and look at actual malware detection rates to determine which doesn't just talk the talk, but who walks the walk. Walk the walk. Walk, walk. Okay, Norton, TotalAV, and Avira Antivirus rank as top choices from independent testing labs, and they've won various awards throughout the years. This is important because it gives users some perspective into the ease of use, performance, and detection rates of any provider. Basically, it lets you know if a provider is trustworthy. Now, to be fair, they all have great results in the more recent testing, but they aren't actually all that equal. Norton and Avira get full marks in all three major categories, with TotalAV getting the lowest score between them for protection. Now, I'm forever curious, so this leads me down my own path as always. So for my own testing, I planted 10 malicious files onto my PC and ran full system scans with each provider to dig deep into the depths of my system. Now, in terms of detection, Norton got the best score, 10 out of 10 malicious files. Ta-da! TotalAV took second place here with 9 out of 10, and Avira earned a standard score of 8. So they all did fairly well. Oh, and keep in mind that I had to turn off real-time protection for these tests, which does make a big difference. But Norton might be the more reliable option overall. Okay, now that aside, duration and scan customization came into play here. Avira took around 16 minutes for a full system scan. They have two main scanning options, and then a manage scans section. It's definitely a convenient way to schedule any custom scans or pick individual folders that I need to check for malware. TotalAV gets second place for the quickest scan, just behind Norton. Their full scan took around 14 minutes or so. Now, I like the simple navigation of this provider, like how I can go to the main section and simply choose between the two options. You'll see how many files are scanned in real time, all on a nice clean dashboard. Love it. And there are more advanced options for you more experienced users out there, like their custom scan, which isn't limited to just particular files, but it can also do full scans of your various disks. Now, Norton's full scan was quick, just over 10 minutes, and as I've mentioned in previous Norton review videos, I'm not a massive fan of all those different pop-up windows that you have to navigate around to reach different features. Ugh, it's tedious. But it's a great scan duration. Norton does have more option when it comes to scans, my favorite being their Norton Insight option. This automatically marks any sus files that may need custom scans, ensuring the protection of my device. So yeah, sometimes it's just a toss-up between speed, resources, and detection rates. And none of these providers are lengthy by any measure. But Norton does well at detecting all threats and doing it in lightning time. Now you might ask which provider is the most versatile despite your operating system. Which provider might be the best antivirus for Windows 11, or even who's got the best mobile apps? All three providers have versions for the major OSs, but Linux users are gonna lose out here, with none of these providers offering support for Linux. Sorry, bummer. And these guys are all better at different things depending on what device you're using. So I'd say the best antivirus for Windows 10 or 11 would be Norton. Their versatility and all those features with the Norton for Windows version is tops. That is, if you can look past that navigation stuff that I mentioned earlier. And there's also a lot more clicks and taps than I'd like for a lot of these tasks. And the same can be said for their mobile version too. Click, 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 click. Now that aside, I've said in previous Avira review videos that it has to be one of the best free antivirus for Windows 10. It's monitoring threats in real time and offers some limited add-ons for the price of, well, nothing. Gotta love that free stuff. Their desktop app is great, operating nicely under 4 major tabs. So for any beginner looking to use a desktop, Avira should be a huge consideration for you. Now, in my previous TotalAV review, I mentioned the mobile apps are simple, easy to use, and designed really well. All major features, including the VPN, password manager, and scans, are available at a glance. I think I actually prefer their mobile apps over Norton's, but their browser extension is kind of poor in terms of ease of use. It's not easy. And a quick little note before I get into the best values here. Now look, we've gone over quite a few important categories already, so if you're considering getting an antivirus today, you're going to want to check the description or tap this card on the side to get the most up-to-date deals on these top recommendations. Got it? Save yourself some dough. Alright, looking at Avira versus Norton versus TotalAV in terms of value, well, Norton's cheapest subscription gets you some really advanced features, currently going for under $20 a year. And you get a 100% virus protection promise, a password manager, and a few other nice surprises. But you can only use this plan on one device. TotalAV is a little steeper, just under $30 a year at the moment, but it covers 3 devices. No VPN or password manager included, but you do get system tune-up tools and protection against the more serious online threats like Trojans, zero-day malware, and stuff like that. Avira's free plan is excellent and one of the best free antivirus, or more specifically, the best free antivirus for Windows 10 and 11. Now look, it's not a long-term solution, most free plans aren't, but it is a good introduction to the antivirus realm, especially if you're new. If you wanted optimization tools to clean up your Mac or have access to customer support, well, their entry-level plan is just over $25 a year. And again, you won't benefit from many of the advanced capabilities that we talked about here, so maybe it's not the most generous or best paid antivirus in this comparison. But hey, go with your gut. And speaking of which, do you like thorough reviews, antivirus testing, and hot cybersecurity updates? Yeah, I knew you did. Well, you should actually come and join our community by subbing to the channel and get more daily updates. Just saying. Okay, now the takeaway from this TotalAV versus Norton versus Avira video is going to be that Norton excels in a lot of different categories, but Avira and TotalAV are not that far behind. It really depends on the device you're looking to use and what features you deem invaluable. Hey, that's all I got. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next one.